The following is a special presentation from the WKLM Sports Department.
WKLM.
Beachy's Auto Diesel and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Looking to bring more light into your home or close in that back porch? MRV Siding Supply has you covered. Now offering can-clad architectural cladding. Enjoy the beauty of wood without the upkeep. It's maintenance-free with a modern wood look that lasts. Plus, their bifold doors create stunning openings for your three-season room. MRV Siding Supply, your go-to in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com and bring your space to life with can-clad.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Reimagine your home with 10% off during the remodeling sale at Kime. Save 10% on decking and railing, vanities, vanity tops, faucets, lighting, flooring, tile, windows, doors, and more. Beat the rush and bring your measurements in so you can plan now and save during the sale. September 8th through 13th at Kime Home Center in Charm. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
Firestone Farm Tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm Tires or fast, dependable tire service, count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone tires at Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, Millersburg.
It's time for Before the Tip, brought to you by Hubbard's Insurance in Millersburg.
loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
And alongside Hiland Lady Hawks head volleyball coach, that is Kelly Miller, getting set for this sectional final volleyball match against Newcomerstown. And Kelly, 21-1, winners of the IVC South Division title. Talk about your regular season once again to capture that IVC regular season crown.
You know, the girls worked really, really hard in the off season, preseason, and throughout season. We had a little hiccup, had a couple weeks of living in the grind, but still were able to pull out some wins, and feel like we got through that. And then our last couple weeks of season, we just are really peaking. So looking forward to the tournament trail.
That's always a good thing when girls can learn even from victories here, and the fact that you're able to close the season strong here. You feel like you are playing your best volleyball right now?
I always feel like we can be better, but yeah. I do feel like we are playing good volleyball now, and I have very high expectations of the girls, and they know that, and they're really willing to work toward those expectations that I have for them.
Kelly, along yourself being the IVC Coach of the Year, you have Addie Mass, the IVC Player of the Year. Talk about Addie, what she's meant to this team.
You know, Addie is a very versatile player. She is a 6 rotation player for us. She isn't just offense, she's defense, and she is energy and enthusiasm. Addie gets more excited for her teammates than she does for herself.
Now the art of tournament time, Kelly, does it have to be a mind shift at all in terms of just a focus standpoint here to begin postseason play?
Our motto this year has kind of been eyes forward. So we don't look back on anything. We just keep our eyes forward. We look to the next opponent. We study the next opponent and make sure that we're ready to play.
Take on Newcomerstown from the IVC. Obviously, you didn't play them during the regular season, but what do you know about this Newcomerstown team?
We don't ever take any of our competition for granted. And, you know, we looked at their record, but record sometimes doesn't mean anything. The IVC North is a tough conference, and they had a lot of tough competition, and so we're expecting them to come to try and win. They're going to play to win just like we are.
Bottom line, Kelly, what are you looking for your team here tonight?
Like to win in 3 sets. I'd like to make sure that it's a high energy, high intensity game. Like to see less than 5 unforced errors per set, a couple aces per set, and no drop balls.
Always a good thing right now. One of the benefits of having a good record, having a good season, is you get a chance to start off tournament play on your home floor. How valuable is that to just kind of get settled in here for tournaments being at home?
I think just the comfort level of the girls being in the Reese. You know, it's their home gym, like you said, and I think it's tough as the opponent to walk into somebody else's home turf and play well. And so I feel like the girls play their best at home.
Kelly, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's the voice of Hiland Lady Hawks head volleyball coach, Kelly Miller.
Before the Tip has been brought to you by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg.
Technology shouldn't slow you down. It should move you forward. Hi, this is Ryan Taggart with Lodge Vision Technologies, and we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. We know small business challenges because we've lived them, and we are here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Lodge Vision, it's people first for our clients and our team. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and real care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Lodge Vision Technologies. Local IT, real solutions, people first.
Likert Sand and Gravel, serving the Central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Fall is here, and you know what that means.
Pumpkin spice everything?
No, meat sales, baby. Rody's IJ is bringing the flavor this week like barbecue at a leaf pile.
Oh yeah, Gerber's boneless chicken thighs for just $3.28 a pound.
And whole boneless pork loin, $2.28 a pound.
Ground chuck, $4.98 a pound. That's 80% lean, 100% delicious.
T-bones, roasts, shrimp, and ribs. I guess it's time to buy a bigger refrigerator, too.
Savor the flavor of fall now through Sunday at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg. Taste the savings at Rody's IGA.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product. Whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors, Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Habrun's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
CDL training in our community. That's right, Buckeye Career Center now offers Class A and B CDL education as well as a testing center off US 36 near Janaden-Hutton. Call 740-254-9313 to register or learn more about the American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center and the US America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Again, that's 740-254-9313 to register or learn more.
Last season, Hiland finished up at 18-7 overall, while Newcomerstown was 6-17 last year in the Division 6 tournament trail a season ago. Newcomerstown was the 8th seed. They fell in the sectional semifinal to the 9 seed Shadyside at Newcomerstown, 3-1. While for Hiland in that same district, they were the 3 seed at the time. They captured their sectional championship over the 6 seed Fort Fry in straight sets. And then after that match, they would take on the 2-seed Buckeye Trio. Hiland won that match 3-1. Then, in the district championship match, they would fall to the top seed Garaway. And it would fall to them 3-1. Garaway capturing last year's Division 6 East District championship in high school volleyball. We'll take another break, come back with more on the pregame show after this on WKLM.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of 2 great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Since 1975, Kaufman Realty and Auctions has been an industry pioneer in real estate at auction. This is Anthony Kaufman. Some companies come and go, and some experience ownership changes, but Dave Kaufman has owned and overseen every aspect of his company. During that time, Kaufman Realty and Auctions has grown and expanded to meet increasing customer needs while always staying on the cutting edge of technology and giving back to the community. Rooted in tradition, growing through innovation, we are Kaufman Realty and Auctions in Millersburg, Sugar Creek, New Philadelphia, Cambridge, and at kaufmanrealty.com.
Reimagine your home with 10% off during the remodeling sale at Hains. Save 10% on decking and railing, vanities, vanity tops, faucets, lighting, flooring, tile, windows, doors, and more. Beat the rush and bring your measurements in so you can plan now and save during the sale. September 8th through 13th at Keim Home Center in Charm. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
MRV Siding Supply is introducing another line of stone called Casa di Sassi, where old world charm meets modern luxury. Whether you're looking to enhance your outdoor space or add a touch of sophistication to your interior design, their wide range of products will meet your every need. Choose from a variety of styles and colors to create the perfect ambiance for your space. Casa di Sassi, where timeless beauty meets exceptional quality. Discover the possibilities at MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Millersburg or on the web at mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
When you work the land, you know, out there in some far corner of a field, there's an old steel fence post that has your number. And that's when you should have ours. We're your certified Firestone Farm Tire dealer. And when you need service, give us a call. We're specially trained and equipped to handle all your on-farm, in-field tire repair and replacement needs.
Call Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39 Millersburg, for your farm tire needs.
Getting their only loss of the year, that was back on September 9th at Garaway. They fell to them 3-2. But then since then, they've rounded off 11 consecutive wins, including a win in their rematch with Garaway in the Recenter, down to them that second time around, 3-1. And of course, capped off the regular season with that win over Strasburg in the IVC Showcase. Won that in straight sets. And Hiland finished up with an outstanding season at 21-1. Of course, they were the outright IVC South Division champions, finishing up in second place. Tie for second was Indian Valley and Tusky Valley at 8-4 in the conference. Hiland went 11-1 to capture the outright IVC South Division title. And for Newcomerstown, they come in with a record of 10-13 and very much up and down throughout the course of the season for them. For Newcomerstown, they finished up in 5th place in the IVC South, IVC North, I should say, at 4-8. And for the IVC North, it was a 4-way tie for the IVC North Division title. Buckeye Trail, Conotton Valley, Strasburg, and TCC all finished up at 9-3 atop the IVC North division standings. Hiland, of course, also finishing up as the 10th ranked team in Division 6, going into postseason play as well. Take a look at the rest of the IVC with these two teams coming out of the IVC as far as the awards concerned. For Hiland, of course, they had the IVC Player of the Year. That's Addie Mast. While Kelly Miller, the Hiland coach, the IVC South Coach of the Year as well. Also, Addie Mast and Brianna Mishler were first team All IVC South, while Olivia Miller and Elena Yoder were second team IVC South, and Claire Detweiler was honorable mention IVC South as well. For Newcomerstown in the IVC North Division, they would have Riley Little as the second team IVC North, and also getting honorable mention for Newcomerstown, that was Diane Raber, a sophomore for this Newcomerstown team. We'll take another break, come back after this on WKLM.
Technology shouldn't slow you down. It should move you forward. Hi, this is Ryan Taggart with Lodge Vision Technologies, and we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. We know small business challenges because we've lived them, and we are here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At Lodge Vision, it's people first for our clients and our team. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and real care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. Lodge Vision Technologies. Local IT, real solutions, people first.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the Central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
This just in, fall tastes amazing at Rody's IGA.
Fall tastes like leaves?
No, genius, like Gerber's Family Pack Chicken Drumsticks, just $1.18 a pound.
Oh, now that's tasty. What else?
Boneless center cut pork chops, $2.88, and ground chuck patties for $5.98 a pound. Fire up that grill.
I'm falling for this flavor. And look, beef stew at $6.98 a pound, apples, cabbage, grapes. It's like a harvest party in my cart.
Now through Sunday at Rody's IGA in Millersburg, where fall flavors fall into your mouth.
Taste the savings at Rody's IGA.
As far as this season's Division 6 tournament bracket, Newcomerstown is the number 7 seed. They won 3-2 in their pigtail match over the 10 seed Crooksville to advance on to this sectional championship match. Hiland, of course, the top seed in this East District. Newcomerstown, I mentioned, the 7 seed. Winner of this match will move on to the district semifinals next Monday, October 20th, at the better seeded team site. So obviously Hiland is the top seed. As long as they win, they get a chance to play in at their home gym here in the Reese Center again on Monday, and that'll be against either the 3-seed Buckeye Trail or the 9-seed Bel Air. Lower half of this bracket has the 2-seed Shenandoah playing host to the 5-seed Garaway. Of course, that is being video live streamed tonight as well on the WKLM YouTube page. And also the 4-seed Monroe Central playing host to the 8-seed Shadyside. Of course, the winners of those two matches will square off in next Monday's district semifinals as well. The district championship in this district will be on Wednesday, October 22nd at 6 p.m., and that will be a neutral site for that. Reminder, this is being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page tonight, courtesy of Claxon Communications. It is Bryce Hains producing tonight's live stream coverage, and Abby Jones working the camera. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage for tonight's contest. We're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com on Stream 1. Phoenix Bryce and Haley Yoder back in the studio. Also going on tonight, we have Boys Division 4 Sectional Championship Soccer. That is West Holmes at Maysville. That's on YouTube and Stream 2. And airtime for that right around 6:05. And also going on tonight, we have Division 6 Sectional Final Volleyball. That is Garaway at Shenandoah. That's also on the WKLM YouTube page for tonight. We'll take a break, come back with the starting lineups and the national anthem next on WKLM.
With today's market instability, many homeowners are looking to upgrade their existing home rather than buy or build a new one. At Home Siding Contractors, we know choosing the many colors and styles of siding, replacement windows, and doors can be overwhelming. At Home Siding Contractors, we can help make that decision easier. Durability, beauty, and low maintenance over time describes our products the best. Call Home Siding Contractors today at 888-725-6619 and let our professional staff help upgrade your home today.
And tonight's national anthem has been brought to you by the Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg. And the starting lineups are being brought to you by Hobron's Insurance at 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Visit them on the web at hobronsinsurance.com. In business for over 30 years. Starting tonight for the visiting Newcomerstown Lady Trojans, it will be senior outside hitter and defensive specialist Maddie Kellish, junior right side hitter and setter in Jensen Friel, and also junior middle hitter and second team IVC Briley Little, also senior setter in Maggie Collins, along with sophomore middle hitter and honorable mention all of IVC Diane Raber, senior libero, and that would be Michaela McConnell, and also senior outside hitter, that is Kinley Hayes. Newcomerstown is the number 7 seed in this district. Their record is 10-13, and they're coached by Abby Collins. For the home team, the Hiland Lady Hawks, starting for them will be junior Braxton McVicker. Also starting for Hiland will be junior Carly Schrock, along with junior and libero, second team IVC Olivia Miller. Junior Claire Detweiler, she was honorable mention IVC. And senior Brianna Mishler, she was IVC first team. Sophomore Annie Mass, she was the IVC player of the year. And also senior in Elena Yoder, she was second team all IVC. And of course for Hiland, the number 1 seed in this district, the 10th ranked team in Division 6. Their record is 21-1. They won 11 straight, and they are coached by the IVC Coach of the Year. That is Kelly Miller. Again, the winner moves on to next Monday's district semifinal against either the 3 seed Buckeye Trail or the 9 seed Bel Air. Next Monday, October 20th, at the better seeded team site at 6 p.m. And the starting line is brought to you by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg. Give them a call for a quote on your auto, home, farm, business, life, health, and annuity needs. Call 1-800-340-3767. We'll take a break, come back with the opening serve after this on WKLM.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
Live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page tonight here in this sectional final volleyball match, courtesy of Claxon Communications. Bryce Hains is producing tonight's live stream coverage, and Abby Jones working the camera. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live stream coverage for tonight's contest. We're also at FM 95.3 and also in Stream 1 at WKLM-FM.com. Phoenix Bryce, Haley Yoder back in the studio. And also we have going on tonight, Boys Division 4 Sectional Championship Soccer. That is West Holmes at Maysville. That's also on YouTube and Stream 2 on our website. Airtime for that right around 6:05. And also tonight we have Division 6 Sectional Final Volleyball with Garaway at Shenandoah. That's also on the WKLM YouTube page. Just about ready to get things underway, and tonight's opening serve brought to you by Pomerene Hospital in Millersburg. Pomerene was selected for the North Coast 99 Award. See how you can be a part of their exceptional team by visiting pomerene.org/careers. And for Hiland, their red jerseys and black numerals and black shorts and white socks. For Newcomerstown, black jerseys and black shorts, orange numerals as well. And we'll see who has the first serve here tonight. Of course, best of 5. Go to 25, win by 2, unless you get to that fifth game, and it's a 15, win by 2. McRae alongside with you as we get set to get things underway from the Perry Reese Junior Community Center. Hiland will have the first serve, serving from left to right. At the service line is going to be Brianna Mishler, first team IVC. Mishler will serve it over the net. Bump forward, into the net dugout. And now sent over off the hands of Kinley Hayes. Here's the set now by Mishler. The spike sent over. Going to be dug out by Newcomerstown. Set by Hayes now. Sit back over the net on Newcomerstown. Bump forward now by Miller. Here's the set by Mistler. The dink over the net goes off the hands of Detweiler. That falls into the center front line. Claire Detweiler gets the dink in the point for Hiland. They're up 1-0. Mishler with the service point. She'll lob it over again. Center back line will be bumped forward now by McConnell over the net. Bumped forward by Hiland. Here's the set by Mishler. And the spike slammed over to the center back line. Bumped forward by Newcomerstown. The set. And hit just over the net off the hands of Little. Dug out by Hiland. Dink over the net off the hands now of Alana Yoder. And spiked over by Hayes. Bumped forward by Hiland. Dink over the net by Mishler. And Newcomerstown cannot dig it out. Point goes to Hiland. So that time, Mishler gets the service point, and she'll get the point at the net for Hiland. They take now a 2-0 lead in game number 1. Mishler will lob it over. Right back corner. Bump up in the air. Goes off the hands now of Raber. Sent back over that by Newcomerstown, and that'll be to the left back corner on the kill by Maddie Kellish. Good hit by Kellish. Side out to Newcomerstown, serving at 1-2. This is game 1 of this best-of-5 match. At the service line, that's going to be senior Kenley Hayes. And Hayes will lob it over the net. Bump forward now by Olivia Miller. Here's the set by Mistler. Spike sent over now by Yoder. Here's the set now by Collins. The spike lobbed over by Kellish. Dug out by Hiland. Ricochets high in the air over the net by Miller. Somehow dug out by Hiland. Now the set by Kellish. The spike slammed over to the left back corner. That'll be a kill for Newcomerstown. Slamming that home for the kill was Briley Little. We're tied up at 2 apiece. With the service point, going to be Kenley Hayes. Hayes will lob it over. Bump forward by Olivia Miller. Here's off the hip now by Mishler. Step over on the hip now by Claire Detweiler. Now the set by Collins. Here's a spike sent over by Kellish. Bump forward by Hiland. Set by Mishler again. Set back over the hit now on the hip by going to be a block by Newcomerstown. Now to Mishler. Here's a dink over by Detweiler. Now the set again by Collins. Spiked over by Newcomerstown. Dug out by Mishler. Set by Miller. Here's the spike slammed over by Hampshire. Dug out by Newcomerstown. Bump forward over the net off the hands of McConnell. Set by Mishler. Here's a spike slammed over by Hiland, but dug out again by McConnell. Here's the spike slammed over by Kellish. Dug out by Miller for Hiland. Set by Mishler. Here's a spike slammed home that time by Hiland's Elena Yoder. Hiland takes a 3-2 lead. Yoder gets the kill. Side out Hiland with that 1-point advantage in game 1. At the line, that's going to be junior Claire Detweiler. She'll lob it over. Bump forward by Newcomerstown and miss it on the attempt to return. And Hiland will get that point as it went off the hands of Diane Raber. 4-2 lead for Hiland. Detweiler with the point. She'll send it over. Raber sets it, bumps it forward. Now the set. Here's a spike off the hands of Kellish. Bump forward by Hiland. Off the hands of Mishler now. And sent over the slam by Addie Mass. Bump forward. Blocked at the net by Hiland. Now the set. And set back over again by Addie Mass. And Newcomerstown cannot return it. Mass gets the kill. Her first kill of the match, 5-2 Hiland. Claire Detweiler has her second consecutive service point. She'll send it over, center back line, bumped off the hands of Raber. Here's the set by Collins. And hit into the net, dug out. And not returned. That indeed will be a point for Hiland. A 6-2 advantage. Claire Detweiler, junior. Here's the whistle, now the serve. Lobs over center back line, bumped forward by Raber. Here's a set by Collins. And the spike slammed over by Kellish, and she'll find the center back line. That'll be a kill for Maddie Kellish, her second kill of game 1. And a side out back to Newcomerstown. They'll serve it at 3-6. At the line will be senior Maggie Collins, the setter. And she will lob it over, center back line, bump forward. Now the set by Mistler. Here's the spike slammer by Addie Mass. She'll find the left back corner, Addie Mass, the IVC Player of the Year, and she'll get the kill. Her second kill, side out Hiland, up 7-3. And the serve will be lobbed over by Elena Yoder, and it'll be an ace on the serve to the left back corner. Her first service point, 8-3 Hiland in game 1. She'll lob it over again, bump forward by Raber. Set by Kellish. Here's the spike. Going to be blocked to the net that time. The block by the Lady Hawks and Carly Schrock. 9-3 Lady Hawks. Yoder lobs it over with the left hand, bump forward. Here's a set by Collins. The spike going to be blocked to the net again by Carly Schrock, and the point for the Lady Hawks. Make it 10-3 Hiland in game one. 3 straight service points, Elena Yoder. The left-hander will lob it over again. Right back corner, bump forward. Set by Collins. Here's the spike. Can be blocked again at the net. Dug out by Newcomerstown. Set by Collins again. Here's the spike sent over by Kellish. Dug out by Hiland. And returned off the hands of Sophia Hamschler. Set by Collins again. Here's a spike. Going to be blocked at the net by Schrock again. Point goes to Hiland. Well, Carly Schrock has been a force at that net. 11-3 Lady Hawks. Timeout Newcomerstown. This is Sectional Championship Volleyball on WKLM.
Discover your passion and prepare for your future at Buckeye Career Center's Fall Open House. Join us Thursday, November 6th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Buckeye Career Center. Tour our 35 programs, meet our instructors, and learn how you can earn real-world skills for your future career. Enjoy a complimentary meal and be the first to apply for next school year when our application goes live at 5:30 p.m. at buckeyecareercenter.org. We'll also host an alumni gathering in the Joe Carlisle Marketplace. Join us November 6th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. for Buckeye Career Center's Fall Open House.
It was tied up at 2 apiece. Then Hiland would go after that. It rattled off a 9-1 run. They have an 11-3 advantage in game one of this best-of-5 match. Winner moves on, of course, to Monday's district semifinal. If Hiland would win, they would get a chance to host that match as well against either the 3-seed Buckeye Trail or the 9-seed Bel Air. Newcomerstown got the timeout. Hiland, of course, has Elena Yoder at the service line. She's gotten the last 4 service points for the Lady Hawks. There's the whistle. Yoder will serve it over. Right back corner. Bump forward by Raber. And nobody there to get to it. Try to bump it to Jensen Friel. She wasn't ready. A point goes to Hiland. 12-3 Lady Hawks. Yoder serves it over. Actually into the net that time. Side out to Newcomerstown. So they will serve it at 4-12. Trailing by 8 at the line going to be junior Briley Little. Second team IVC. Little slams the ball. Now she's ready. Serves it over the net. Be bumped forward now by Detweiler. Set by Mishler. Dig over the net off the hands of Addie Mass. Dug out by Newcomerstown. Now to Collins for the set. Into the net. Blocked by Hiland. Off the hands of Mishler. Near to Olivia Miller with the set. Here's a spike by Addie Mast. That'll be a kill, Addie Mast. Her third kill. Side out Hiland up 13-4. At the line will be sophomore Sophia Hampshire. Hampshire serves it over the net. It'll be bumped forward. He'll be blocked at the net by Highlands. Carly Schrock again. Fourth one of those. Fourth block for her. In point for Highland, up 14-4 now. Hampshire, her first service point. Now she'll lob it over. Bump forward now by Raber. Here's the set by Collins. The spike slammed over by Raber. Goes off the hands of Miller. Can't return it. That time it'll be Diane Raber who gets the kill. Side out Newcomerstown, serving at 5-14. Matt Croy alongside with you. Division 6 Sectional Championship Volleyball from the Perry Reese Junior Community Center. Here's the serve over the net by Maddie Kellish. Bump forward off the hands of Mishler. Sit back over by Carly Schrock. Now the bump forward by McConnell. Sit back over the hit now by Kellish. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's a spike by Addie Mast. The kill by Addie Mast to the center back line. Addie Master, fourth kill of game one. Side out Hiland up 15-5. Go win the 25, win by 2. Addie Mast will have the serve. And the sophomore will lob it over. Bump forward now by McConnell. Here's the set by Collins. Here's the spike slam over by Newcomerstown in Hayes. Here's the set by Mistler. The dick over the net by Schrock. Falls into the left front corner. Wise decision by Carly Schrock. She'll get the point. 16-5 Lady Hawks. Addie Mass with the service point. She'll serve it over again. Bump forward and dug out high in the air. Sit back over on the hit now by Raber. Here's a set by Mishler. The spike by Detweiler. Skipped over and Newcomerstown can't return it. Raber her second kill. Master second service point. 17-5 Hiland. Mast serves it over, and that'll be an ace to the center back line. Right between two Newcomerstown players, they let it go. 18-5 Hiland. Addie Mast, IVC Player of the Year, only a sophomore, and that's the scary thing. 18-5 Hiland. She'll serve it over. Just into the net, actually, and it will not clear it. It'll be a side out back to Newcomerstown. Trojans will serve it at 6-18. They trail it by 12 in game one. Sent over on the serve, a bump forward, and not returned by Claire Detweiler. Point goes to Newcomerstown. On the serve that time was Jensen Friel, the junior. Her first service point. And she'll lob it over, bump forward, step by Mistler. The spike by Schrock, and it'll go wide left. So a point again goes to Newcomerstown. They'll serve it at 8-18. They've gotten the last 3 points. Friel will lob it into the net, however, this time. Can't keep the momentum going. Side out to Hiland. Hiland has a 19-8 lead. At the line will be their junior libero, Olivia Miller, also second-team IVC. Miller lobs it over. Bump forward. Here's the set by Collins. Spiked over by Hayes. Diving dig by Olivia Miller. Off the hands now on the spike too long by Claire Detweiler. And a side out back to Newcomerstown. They'll serve it at 9-19, trailing by 10 at the line. That's going to be sophomore Diane Raber, honorable mention IVC. She'll serve it over. Bump forward by Addie Mast, set by Mistler. Here's a stink over that by Claire Detweiler. Dug out, set by Collins. The spike by Hayes, and that hit goes wide right. And a side out back to Hiland, up 20-9. At the line, that's going to be senior Brianna Mistler. And Mistler will serve it over. Bump forward, set by Collins. And the spike by Little. Diving dig attempt by Miller. Just off the top of the net, but it hit the bar. It'll be a point for Newcomerstown. So side out back to the Lady Trojans. At the line going to be Kenley Hayes. Serving at 10-20. Hayes will serve it just off the top. That skips over, dug out. Off the hands now and sent over by Miller. Bump forward, set by Collins. Here's a spike, slammed over. That time by Riley Little, who gets the kill to the center back line. So the point for Newcomerstown. They'll serve it now at 11-20. Getting that service point, that was Kenley Hayes. Her second for game one. Hayes lobs it over. It can be bumped forward. Set by Mistler. Here's a spike slammed over by the left hand of Lady Yoder, but too long on that spike attempt. Point goes to Newcomerstown. Trojans will serve it at 12-20. Hayes will lob it over the net. Bumped forward by Miller. Set by Mistler. Here's the spike. Slammed over off the top net by Braxton McVicker. It falls in to the Newcomerstown side. So McVicker will get the kill that time around for Hiland. And side out to the Lady Hawks, up 21-12. At the line, there'll be Claire Detweiler. She'll lob it over. Bump forward by, here's the set by Collins. Here's the spike, slammed over by Kellish. Dug out by Olivia Miller, set by Mistler. Here's the spike, slammed over by Addie Mast. That'll find the right back corner. Addie Mast has her fourth kill of game one, 22-12 lead for Hiland. Detweiler, her fourth service point. And she'll lob it over. Bump forward by Raber. Here's the set by Collins. And the spike slammed over wide left on the hit by Briley Little. Point goes to Hiland. They're up 23-12. Hiland getting closer to that 25 mark. Detweiler. Short on that serve attempt. She went to the opposite side of the floor and didn't clear that net. And a side out goes to Newcomerstown. They'll serve it at 13-23. At the line, that is going to be Maggie Collins. Collins lobs it over. Bumped forward by Miller. Here's the set by Mistler. And the spike slammed over. by Elena Yoder. Set by Collins. Here's the spike slam over by Kellish. Diving dig now by Detweiler. Bump by Miller. Here's the spike slammed over by Addie Mass. Dug out by Raber. Off the hands of Kellish. Spiked over off the hands that time of Little. Diving dig by Miller again. Set by Mistler. Here's a spike by Addie Mast and not returned by Collins. Point goes to Hiland. Side out Hiland. Possible game point coming up 24-13. At the line going to be left-hander Elena Yoder. She'll lob it over. Bump four by Raber. Set by Collins for Newcomerstown. Here's the spike slammed over and dug out by Mistler. Set back over by Addie Mast. Diving dig by Raber. Set by Collins. The spike slammed over by Little. And a hit by Little is going to go to the left back corner. That'll be a kill. Briley Little, her fourth kill of game one. Side out Newcomerstown. Still game point coming up as she'll serve it at 14-24. Briley Little has the serve. She'll lob it just over the net. Bump four by Miller, and she cannot return it. Point to Newcomerstown. Her first service point of game one. Now serving at 15-24. Again, the next point by Hiland would close out this first game. Little lobs it over. Bump forward by Detweiler, set by Mistler. Here's a spike by Addie Mast, and that spike going to be too long, just a hair too long on that hit. Point Newcomerstown. They'll pull within 16-24. Little now lobs it over off the hands of McVicker. Bump forward. Take over the net off the hands this time of Hiland. Here's the set by Collins. The spike by Kellish. And that hit goes too long. Point goes to Hiland. And Hiland will win game one by the final margin of 25-16. So Hiland has taken the lead in this best-of-5 match, 1-0. We'll take a timeout, come back with game two after this. This is Sectional Championship Volleyball on WKLM.
Driving close to power lines is usually safe, but accidents can happen unexpectedly. Do you know what to do if you come across downed power lines? Step 1, stay inside your vehicle for safety. It's often safer than being outside with live cables. Simultaneously, dial 911 for immediate assistance. Step 2, also ensure that no one approaches the vehicle. It's advisable to maintain a distance of at least 50 feet from the car. To learn more, reach out to your local co-op for additional information.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Weinsberg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Weinsberg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Weinsberg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Weinsberg and Berlin.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, two reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hiland won game one, 25-16, so they taking a 1-0 lead in this best-of-5 match. It'll be Newcomerstown serving first in Game 2 at the Perry Reese Junior Community Center. This game, of course, being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of Claxon Communications. We're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com on Stream 1. We also have boys Division 4 sectional championship soccer tonight. West Holmes at Maysville. It's on YouTube as well as on Stream 2 on our website. And also tonight we have sectional final volleyball with Garaway at Shenandoah. That's also on the WKLM YouTube page. Newcomers down with the serve first from right to left. It'll be Kenley Hayes, the senior. Hayes will lob it into the net, however, side out right over to Hiland. 1-0 Hiland. At the line, that's going to be Brianna Mishler. And the senior center will send it over the net. Bump forward by Raber. Here's the set by Collins. And the spike by Kellish. Off the hands of Addie Mass. Set by Mishler. Here's the spike by Detweather. Dug out by Raber. Here's the set by Collins. The spike by Kellish. Bump forward by Miller. Here's the set by Mishler. And the spike over the net by the dink right by Elena Yoder. Here's the dink over the net off the hands now of Briley Little. Dug out by Hiland and Mishler. Off the Detweather, bumps it over the net. Bump forward now by McConnell. Here's the set by Collins. The spike by Kellish. Bump forward now by Addie Mass. Set by Mishler. The spike by Elena Yoder. Dug out by McConnell. Set by Collins. The spike by Little. Blocked at the net by Elena Yoder. Dug out. No. It'll be a point. Goes to Hiland. Elena Yoder with that block in point for the Lady Hawks. Hiland has taken now a 2-0 advantage. Brianna Mishler at the service line. She'll lob it over. Right back corner. Miss it on the attempt to return by Little. Point goes to Hiland. Make it 3-0 Hiland in Game 2. They won Game 1, did Hiland 25-16. Mishler serves it over. Right back corner, and it'll be just a bit too long. Good decision that time by Newcomerstown to let that one go. It'll be a side out to the Lady Trojans. At the line, that's going to be Maggie Collins, serving at 1-3. Collins, the senior, will lob it into the net, though. That's the second serve already in this game that Newcomerstown has not cleared the net. So not able to make any momentum there for the Trojans, and Hiland has the serve again. Here's Claire Detweiler. And the junior will serve it over. Bumped high in the air by Friel. Set by Collins. Friel will dink it over. Dug out by Mishler. Set by Miller. Here's a spike by Addie Mast. Dug out high in the air by Hayes. Off the hands of Collins. Sent back over now by Briley Little. Hits it too long, and that'll be a point for Hiland. Claire Detweather going to get the service point. 5-1 Hiland in Game 2. Detweather serves it over. Dug out now by Friel. Off the hands of Collins. It'll be spiked over by Briley Little. Bump forward now to Miller. Here's a spike over the net by Hiland. Will find the right back corner. That was by Sophia Hampshire. Gets the point for Hiland. (6-1) Lady Hawks in Game 2. Detweiler serves it over. Right back corner. Bump up in the air by Hayes. And now sit over the net by Kellish. Bump forward by Miller. Here's a set by Mishler. Here's a spike by Addie Mast. And the kill by Addie Mast. Seven kills for the match, Addie Mast. Claire Detweiler has the serve again. 7-1 Hiland. Serves it over the net. Bump forward now by Raber. Off the hands now of Collins. Sit back over on the hit by, it looked like Jensen Friel. Dug out by Miller. Sent over by Addie Mast. Hits it too long that time for Hiland. Side out Newcomerstown. They will serve it at 2-7, trailing by 5 in Game 2. As checking in going to be Audrey Miles, the senior for Newcomerstown. And having the seat will be Briley Little. And at the service line indeed will be Audrey Miles. Miles will serve it over. Bump forward by Addie Mast, set by Mishler. Mast will spike it over. She'll find the center back line for the kill. So Newcomerstown finally gets the serve over, but Addie Mast still comes through with the kill, and there'll be a side out to Hiland up 8-2. At the line, it'll be left-hander Elena Yoder. Yoder serves it over. It'll be bumped forward. Step by Collins. Here's the spike, slammed over by Raber. Bump forward now by Yoder. Here's the set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mast. Dug out by McConnell over the net. Blocked at the net by Mast. Set by Collins. Here's a spike by Raber. Deflected, and it'll fall into the Hiland side. It'll be a kill that time by Diane Raber. Her second kill for the match. Side out Newcomerstown. Maddie Callis will be at the service line, serving at 3-8. So serve it into the net, however. And again, that's been the story here in game 2 for Newcomerstown. They've have not been able to get that serve over the net. Side out Hiland up 9-3. At the line going to be Sophia Hampshire. Lobs it over, bump up in the air by McConnell, set by Collins. Spike by Hayes, bump 4 by Miller. And return off the net somehow by Schrock. Set by Collins, spike now by Hayes. Bump forward again, set by Mistler. Here's the spike by Addie Mass. Kill by Addie Mass to the center back line. 10-3 Hiland in game 2. Hampshire going to get credit for that service point. Her second for the match. Hampshire lobs it over. Bump 4 by Raber. Actually bumped it backwards, but bump 4 now. Sent over by McConnell. Bump 4 by Miller. Set by Mistler. Here's the dink of that by Schrock. It finds the left front corner. Schrock. Again, wise decision at that net. And she'll get the point for Hiland. 11-3 Lady Hawks in game 2. And the service sent over right back corner. And then it'll find the center back line for the ace on the serve for Sophia Hampshire. 12-3 Hiland. Hampshire sends it over. Diving dig by Raber, set by Collins. Spike by Hayes, deflected and dug out by Hiland off the hands of Schrock, sent over somehow by Mistler. Dug out by Collins, set by McConnell. Think of the net, however, by Hayes. Dug out by Hiland again, off the hands of Mistler. The spike by Addie Mast, and she'll find the left back corner for the kill. 4 kills for Mast in game 2. 4 service points for Sophia Hampshire. Hiland's up 13-3. Hampshire serves it over. Right back corner, too long on the serve, and it'll be a side out to Newcomerstown. So Trojans will serve it now 4-13. They trail it by 9 at the line. There is the whistle. Be sent into the net on that serve. And another one that does not clear the net on the serve attempt for Newcomerstown. That time at the service line was senior Josie Durbin. Side out Hiland up 14-4. At the line going to be Addie Mast. Mast lobs it over. Bump 4 now. Off the hands of Collins. Sit back over by Raber on the hit. Bump 4 by Miller. Here's the set by Mistler. And the spike by Detweiler. Blocked at the net by Raber. She'll get the point for Newcomerstown. Side out Trojans serving at 5-14 in game 2. Raber will have the serve as well. Raber, the sophomore, waiting for that substitution, is checking back in. Briley Little replacing Audrey Miles. Now we're ready to go. Raber now with the serve. Left back corner, both forward by Detweiler, set by Mistler. Here's the dink by Schrock. Dug out now by Hayes. Set by Collins. Spiked over. That time and a kill by Briley Little. Checks in, she gets the kill. So service point as well goes to Diane Raber, her first for the match. She'll serve it now at 6-14 in game 2. Hiland, of course, won game 1, 25-16. Raber serves it over. Left back corner, bump forward by Detweiler. Set by Mistler. Here's a spike by Schrock, and she'll get the kill to the center back line. That time, Carly Schrock. Side out Hiland up 15-6. Olivia Miller will have the serve. Lobs it over the net, bump forward by Little. Dug out by Collins, sent back over on the hit, this time by Newcomerstown. Set by Mistler. Here's a spike by Detweiler, dinks it over. Dug out, now Collins with the set. Here's a spike by Little, dug out by Hiland in Sienna Emmel. Here's a spike by Detweiler. Bump forward by Newcomerstown, set by Collins. Here's a spike by Hayes. Diving dig by Miller, and Hiland can't dig it out. Hayes gets the kill that time. Kenley Hayes, her first kill for the match. Newcomerstown serves it at 7-15. So side out to them, and it'll be Hayes. Kenley Hayes has the serve. for the Lady Trojans. She'll serve it just over the net. Diving dig by Miller. Can't return it. Barely cleared that net, but it fell in there. And a point for Newcomerstown. Hains, her 4th service point for the match. Now serves it at 8:15. Hains hits into the net, however, and a side out to Hiland. Hiland a 16-8 advantage. At the line going to be Brianna Mishler. Mishler lobs it over. Bump forward. And diving dig sent over by Kellish now. And out the hands of Mishler, sent over by Addie Mast. Dug out, now the set. Here's the spike slammed over out the hands of Little. Bump forward by Miller. Nobody there to return it. Point goes to Newcomerstown. Side out back to the Lady Trojans at the line. Going to be Riley Johnson. The junior will be at the service line. Serving at 9:16. Serves it over. Bump forward by Miller. Off the net. Dug out by Mishler. Sent back over on the net on the return by Detweiler. Bump forward. Here's the set again by Johnson. The spike slammed over by Kellish. Bump forward by Miller. Off the hands of Mishler. High in the air. Miller will send it over. Bump forward by Raber. Here's the set by Johnson. Spiked over by Newcomerstown. Bump forward by Mishler. Now the set by Miller. Here's a spike by Claire Detweiler. They'll fall in to the middle of the floor on the Newcomerstown side. Claire Detweiler kind of reared back to kill it, and then she kind of let off, and that kind of threw Newcomerstown off, and that'll give Hiland that point. They're up 17-9. So side out to the Lady Hawks, and Detweiler will also have the serve. Detweiler lobs it over. Bump high in the air by Raber. Off the hands now on the hit by Johnson. Sent over in the hit now off the hands of Jensen Friel. Here's a set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mast, and she'll get the kill to the left back corner. Addie Mast now has 5 kills in game 2. Detweiler has her 4th service point of game 2. She has 9 for the match. Now 18-9 Hiland, so serve it over. Bump forward, off the hands of Johnson. Sent over by Kellish. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's a spike by Elena Yoder. Dug out and not returned. Yoder will get that kill. 19-9 Hiland. Detweiler serves it over. Bumped high in the air. Hit into the net, however, by Johnson. Can't clear it. Point goes to Hiland. Now a 20-9 advantage. Detweiler serves it over. Dug out by Raber. Off the hands of Friel. Set back over by Kellish. Bump forward now by Addie Mast. Set by Mishler. The spike by Yoder and hits it too long, wide right. Side out to Newcomerstown. Trojans now serve it down by 10. They're serving at 10-20 in game 2. At the line will be junior Briley Little. Little serves it over the net. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's a spike by Addie Mast. Blocked the net by Raber. Dug out and sent back over somehow by Hiland and Sophia Hampshire. Set now by Johnson. The spike by Kellish. Hits it too long. Well, that was a hard hit by Raber. Somehow Hiland able to dig that one out and keep that rally going. And the Lady Hawks finally get that point. Side out to Hiland, up 21-10. Eleni Yoder will serve it over. Bump forward. Set by Johnson. Digs over the net and a hit into the net by Addie Mast. Not expecting it. Good decision that time by Riley Johnson to get that point for Newcomerstown. Side out Newcomerstown serving at 11-21. Maddie Kellish will serve it over. Dug out by Miller. Here's a set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mast. Deflected, and she'll get the kill. Addie Mast now has 6 kills for game 2. 13 for the match. Side out Hiland up 22-11. Sophia Hampshire will have the serve. Hampshire lobs it over. Diving dig by McConnell. Off the hands of Johnson. Sit back over by Raber. Bump forward now by Detweiler. Set by Mishler. The dig over the net by Addie Mast. Dug out now by Hains. Bump forward by Johnson. Hayes will spike it over. Bump forward now by Miller. Off the hands of Mishler. And spiked over by Addie Mast. Diving dig by Newcomerstown. Dig over now off the hands of Riley Johnson. That falls into the Hiland side. Side out Newcomerstown. They'll serve it at 12-22, down by 10. Hiland won game 1, 25-16. There's the whistle, the serve for Jensen Friel. Serves it over. Bump forward. Set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mast. Actually, he'll dink it over instead, and it'll fall into the left front corner. Addie Mast, and Hiland will get that point. Side out, Hiland up 23-12. Needing 2 more points to get game 2. Checking in for Addie Mast to get the serve for Hiland. Going to be senior Macy Miller. Miller will serve it over the net. Dug out by McConnell. Set by Collins. Here's the spike by Hayes. Into the net. Point goes to Hiland. 24-12 Hiland. Possible game point coming up. Macy Miller serves over the net. Dug out high in the air by Kellish. Off the hands of Collins. Raber will send it over the net. Bump forward by Miller now. Set by Mishler. Here's the dink of the net by Detweiler. Bump forward now. Set by Collins. The spike by Hayes. Bump forward by Miller. Off the hands of Mishler. Here's the spike over by Macy Miller. Bump forward by McConnell. Set by Collins. And the spike by Raber. Blocked to the net by Schrock. Dug out by McConnell. And Newcomerstown can't return it. Hiland gets the point. They win it in game 2, 25-12. So Hiland has taken this lead in the best-of-5 match 2-0. We'll be back with game 3 after this. This is Sectional Championship Volleyball on WKLM.
Looking to bring more light into your home or close in that back porch? MRV Siding Supply has you covered. Now offering can-clad architectural cladding. Enjoy the beauty of wood without the upkeep. It's maintenance-free with a modern wood look that lasts. Plus, their bifold doors create stunning openings for your 3-season room. MRV Siding Supply, your go-to in Millersburg, Newark, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Visit them on the web at mrvsiding.com. And bring your space to life with CanClad.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
For weather information around the clock, call the Keim Home WKLM Weather Service at 674-9530. You've got to visit Keim in Charm, Ohio. Their modern retail showroom is a full-scale design and building center with over 125,000 square feet of building products and displays and knowledgeable, friendly staff to help you every step of the way. Their goal is to build relationships, provide outstanding products and services, and ensure their customers always have a great experience working with them. Come visit Keim in Charm. Call 800-362-6682. Find them on the web at keimhome.com or Facebook.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Now, for a limited time, team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac and get a free 10-year warranty with purchase of a home standby generator. With an added value of more than $1,000, you'll get peace of mind knowing that your Generac generator is fully covered for 10 years. Don't miss this limited time event, so schedule a free in-home consultation today by contacting Millersburg Electric or visit 24/7 at millersburgelectric.com. See store for terms and conditions. Millersburg Electric, your Generac Power Pro Premier dealer, celebrating 80 years of business in 2025.
And capture the sectional championships. Newcomerstown needs to win this game to extend this match. Reminder, this game is being video live streamed on the WKLM YouTube page, courtesy of the Claxon communication team of Bryce Hains, who's producing tonight's live stream coverage, and also Abby Jones working the camera. Go to YouTube, search WKLM Radio to find the live streaming coverage for tonight's contest. And of course, we're also on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Phoenix Bryce and Haley Yoder back at the studio. Reminder also, we have boys Division 4 sectional final soccer going on, and that is West Olms at Maysville. That is being aired on the WKLM YouTube page and stream too on our website. And also we have Division 6 sectional final volleyball. Garraway's at Shenandoah going on as we speak. It's also on the WKLM YouTube page. Of course, high school football tomorrow night. West Olms at New Philadelphia. And also Garraway playing host to Sandy Valley tomorrow night. The Garraway game will be live streamed on YouTube for the West Holmes game. It'll be live on FM 95.3, and Stream 1 will be posted on YouTube immediately following the contest. All ready for Game 3, and Hiland has the serve first. It'll be Brianna Mishler who will serve it over. And Newcomerstown can't dig it over. Ace on the serve, Brianna Mishler. Mishler has her 5th service point for the match. Hiland up 1-0 in Game 3. Mishler lobs it over. Dug out by McConnell, set by Collins. And the spike slammed over by Little. Bump 4 now by Miller. The set by Mishler. The spike by Detweiler. Bump 4 by McConnell. Set by Collins. And Little slikes it over. Dug out by Mishler. Set now by Miller. The spike by Detweiler. Bumped high in the air by Newcomerstown to McConnell. Set back over by Hayes. Dug out by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's the spike. Sent over by Hampshire. Bumped off the hands of Collins to McConnell. Sent over now by Little. Dug out by Miller to Hampshire. And sent over and then slammed by Addie Mass. Returned by McConnell. Addie Mass. The set by Mishler. The spike by Yoder. Blocked to the net. And a point goes to Newcomerstown. See, Yoder hit that into the net. And Newcomerstown's going to get credit for that point. Good rally that time. And a side out to Newcomerstown. We're tied up at 1 apiece. At the line will be Kinley Hayes, the senior. Will serve it over. Bump 4 by Miller. Now the set by Mishler. Yoder spikes it over. Dug out by McConnell. Set by Collins. Here's a spike by Little into the net. Side out to Hiland. And Hiland will serve it up 2-1. They lead this best of 5 match 2-0. At the line is Claire Detweiler. She'll serve it over. Bump 4 now by Raber. Set by Collins. The spike over that by Kellish. Bump 4 now by Miller. Set by Mishler. Here's a spike by Addie Mast. Dug out by Raber. Here's a set by Collins. And sit over the net. Actually, now by Kellish. Hit it shy of the net. Couldn't clear it. And Hiland's going to get that point up 3-1 now. Detweiler with the service point. Has 12 for the match, does Detweiler. She'll serve it over. Bumped off the hands of Raber to McConnell. Sent over by Kellish. Dug out now by Miller. Here's a set by Mishler. The spike by Hampshire. Off the hands now of Hayes. And return shy of the net on the attempted return by McConnell. Hiland gets that point. They're up 4-1. Claire Detweiler will serve it over. Dug out. He'll be blocked to the net by Addie Mass, and the point goes to Hiland. (5-1) Hiland. Detweiler serves it over right back corner, bumped high in the air on the hit now by Raber. To Little. Sent over on the hit now by Kellish. Dug out by Mishler to Miller. Sent over by Addie Mast. Dug out by Raber. Set by Collins. Here's a spike by Kellish. Dug out by Miller for Hiland. Set by Mishler. Here's the spike sent over on the hit by Addie Mass. Dug out by Little. To McConnell. Sent over by Kellish. Dug out by Mishler. Here's the set by Miller. Hampshire dinks it over. Falls into the right front corner. Sophia Hampshire. 4th straight service point for Claire Detweiler. Hiland has jumped out to a 6-1 lead in Game 3. Detweiler serves it over. He'll be bumped off the hand of Raber. Now to Collins. Sit back over on the hit over the net by Little. Dug out. Set by Miller. Here's a spike by Hampshire. It'll be deflected over the net by Collins. To Hampshire. Off the top of the net and does not clear it. And a point goes to Newcomerstown. So they will serve it at 2-6. They trail it in game number 3. Hiland leads this best of 5 match 2-0. Hiland, if they win this third game, they will close out the match. At the line is Riley Johnson. Johnson serves it off the top of the net, dug out by Miller, set by Mishler. The spike by Elena Yoder. Bump 4 by Raber, set now by Johnson. Here's the spike slammed over by Kellish, dug out by Mishler. The set now by Yoder, sent over that by Addie Mast. Bump 4 now by Hayes. Here's a set by Johnson. The spike slammed over wide left on the hit by Briley Little, and a point goes to Hiland. So side out Lady Hawks, they have a 7-2 lead. At the line will be Elena Yoder. Yoder serves it over. Bump 4 by Hayes. Here's a set by Johnson. The spike by Little. Dug out now on the bump 4 by Yoder. Off the hands of Mishler. Yoder sends it back over. Bump 4 by Raber now. Off the hands of Johnson. Sent back over on the hit now by Frio. Off the top of the net. It skips over and hits wide left, I believe. And Hiland's going to get that point. Almost fell in there. but an 8-2 Hiland advantage. She'll serve it over to Yoder. Dug out by Hayes. And hit shy of the net by a little. Point goes to Hiland, up 9-2. Elena Yoder now has her 7th service point for the match. The left-hander serves it over. Off the top of the net, skipped over. Dug out by Little off the ceiling. Now returned by Kalish over the net. Now forward by Yoder. Set by Mishler. The spike by Addie Mass. Dug out by Kalish. Set by Johnson. And hit shy of the net on the attempted return by Jensen Friel. Hiland has taken now a 10-2 lead. Elena Yoder, her 3rd consecutive service point. She'll serve it over. Bumped backwards by Friel. Bumped forward now by Raver. Sent over the net by Kalish. Bumped forward by Yoder. Set by Mishler. The spike by Schrock. Dug out by Newcomerstown. Dick over the net off the hands of Little. Here's the set now by Yoder. The spike by Addie Mast. She'll get the kill to the center front line. Addie Mast. Hiland now at an 11-2 advantage. Up 2-0 in this best of 5 match are the Lady Hawks, trying to close this match out here in game number 3. Elena Yoder will lob it over. Bump forward by Raymer, set now by Collins. Sent back over on the hit by Little. Bump forward by Yoder. Here's a set. The spike slammed over by Sophia Hampshire. Hits it too long. Side out, Newcomerstown. They'll serve it at 3-11. Winner moves on to next Monday's district semifinals against either the 3-seed Buckeye Trail or the 9-seed Bel Air. Newcomerstown with the serve. It'll be Briley Little who will serve it over the net. Bumped or dug out by Miller to Mistler. Spiked by Addie Mast. Dug out now by Little. Here's a set by Collins. The spike by Raber. And Hiland cannot return it. Raber's going to get credit for that kill. Newcomerstown will serve it at 4-11 now. Trailing it by 7. Little will get that service point, her 3rd for the match. Briley Little serves it over the net. Dug out by Miller over the net to Raber. Here's the set now by Collins. And the spike going to be blocked at the net by Carly Schrock. Point goes to Hiland. Side out Hiland up 12-4. Sophia Hampshire is going to have this serve. And the sophomore sends it into the net, and it'll be a side out right back to Newcomerstown. Trojans will serve it at 5-12. And at the line this time going to be Josie Durbin. And the senior serves it over. Bump forward now by Miller. Off the hands of Mishler. Stink over that by Addie Mass. Stuck up by Collins. And Newcomerstown can't return it. Actually going to see a net violation on Hiland that time. So Newcomerstown will get credit for that point. They'll serve it at 6-12. Down by 6 now. Here's the serve by Durbin. Bump forward off the hands of Mishler. The spike by Addie Mass. That time she'll find the right back corner for the kill. 3rd kill for game 3 for Addie Mass. She has 16 for the match. Side out Hiland up 13-6. At the line checking in is junior Braxton McVicker. Some confusion on the Newcomerstown side as we await this whistle, and some checking here at the scores table as well. Checking on substitutions here. Hiland came in at 21-1, the top seed in this East District in Division 6 and the 10th ranked team overall in Division 6. Newcomerstown has the 7th seed, a record of 10-13. And Hiland won game 1, 25-16. They won game 2, 25-12. Matt Croy alongside with you with this Division 6 sectional championship volleyball match from the Perry Reese Junior Community Center. I believe they figured out the substitution situation and will get things underway. Here's the serve by McVicker and hits it into the net, and not intentionally done, but just kind of iced McVicker at the service line meanwhile, and it'll be a side out back to Newcomerstown. So they will serve it at 7-13, trailing by 6. At the line, going to be Lisa Weber, the senior, for the Trojans. Weber will serve it over the net, bump forward by Miller. Off the hands of Mishler. Here's the spike by Detweiler, and she'll find the center front line for the point. Clear Detweiler. Side out Hiland up 14-7. At the line will be junior libero Olivia Miller. Miller will serve it over. Dug out. And blocked to the net by Elena Yoder. Point goes to Hiland. Yoder right there immediately to slam that one home. Olivia Miller, her first service point for the match. 15-7 Hiland, they had the serve. Miller serves it into the net, side out to Newcomerstown. At the line, Diane Raber. Raber lobs it over. Bumped high in the air by Annie Mass. The set by Mishler. Spike by Elena Yoder. Bump forward by Raber. Now the set by Collins. Here's a spike by Hayes. Blocked at the net by Yoder. Set back over by Hayes. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. The spike by Elena Yoder. It'll drop into the right back corner. For the point for Hiland. Elena Yoder will get credit for that kill. 16-8 Hiland. Side out to the Lady Hawks. At the line going to be Brianna Mishler. Hiland just needs to win this third game to close out the match and capture the sectional championship. Mishler lobs it over. Bumped high in the air by Weber. Bump forward now by Raber. Sent back over the net by Little. Bump forward now by McVicker. Here's the set. The spike over the net by Detweiler. Diving dig by Little. Set by Collins. Little will spike it over. Dug out by Hiland. Here's the set by Miller. The spike sent over by Hampshire. Dug out by Raber. Set by Collins for Newcomerstown. Here's a spike by Hayes. And dug out by McVicker. Over to Yoder. Sent over by Detweiler. Bump forward by Raber. Here's a set by Collins. And the spike will be blocked by Elena Yoder into the net on that spike by Riley Little. Point goes to Newcomerstown. Little has her sixth kill for the match, her first of game 2. Newcomerstown now serves at 9-16, trailing by 7. At the line, Kinley Hayes. She will lob it over. Bump forward by Miller. Here's a set by Mishler. And the spike by Detweiler. She'll dink it over instead and falls in to the left front corner for the point for Hiland. Detweiler does such a good job kind of rearing back, making it look like she's going to spike it, and then lightly taps it over the net. She's done that several times already tonight. Side out Hiland up 17-9. At the line, going to be Macy Miller. Miller will serve it over. Bump forward by Raber. Set by Collins. The spike by Kellish. Dug out by Miller. Off the hands of Mishler now. Spike by Addie Mass. Off the hands now of Weber. Cannot return it. Mass will get that kill for Hiland. 18-9, Lady Hawks. Macy Miller, her third service point for the match. And she will serve it over. Bump forward by Raber. Off the hands of Collins on the set. Here's a spike by Little. Blocked the net by Yoder and not returned. Elena Yoder. 19-9 lead for Hiland. Miller will serve it over. Bumped off the hands of Raber. Here's a set by Collins. And sent over the net by Kellish. Dug out by Miller. Here's the set by Mishler. The dink over the net by Addie Mass. Dug out again. Here's a set by Collins. The spike sent over now by Little. Dug in dig by Miller. Dink over the net by Mishler. And dug out somehow by Kellish. Sent over by Little. Bump forward by Miller. Set by Mishler. The spike by Elena Yoder. And not returned. Elena Yoder gets the kill on that spike with the left hand. 20-9 lead for Hiland. And now 3 consecutive service points for Macy Miller. Miller will start at it, then the official stopped her. Weren't quite ready as the player tying her shoe for Newcomerstown. Now we are ready to go. Sent over the serve by Miller. Bumped up in the air now by McConnell, set by McCollins. Here's a spike by Little. Skips over and dug out And off the hands of Mistler, the spike by Addie Mass. Blocked by Little. Dug out off the hands now of Hampshire over the net. Set back over on the hit, this time by Little. Set by Mistler. Here's a spike by Addie Mast. And she'll get the kill to the right back corner as Raber couldn't return it. 21-9 lead for Hiland. Miller serves it over. And off the hands of Raber, can't return it. Point Hiland up 22-9. Miller sends it over. Bumped high in the air by Raber to McConnell. Kellish will send it over. And hits it too long. Point Hiland up 23-9. Inching very closer to match point. And now McConnell checks out. Hayes back in for Newcomerstown. Miller sends it over. Bumped high in the air by Hayes to Little. Sit back over now by Kellish. Bump four by Miller. Here's a set by Mistler. The spike by Yoder. Dug out on the block by Newcomerstown. Neck to Addie Mass over the net. Dug out by Mike Kellish. Set by Collins. Think of that by Kellish. Dug out by Addie Mass. Set by Mistler. Here's a spike by Hampshire. Hits it into the net. And a sign up back to Newcomerstown. So they'll serve it. The Lady Trojans at 10-23. They trail it by 13 in game 3. And Glen Hiland, if they win this third game, they will close out the match. At the line is going to be Riley Johnson for the Trojans, the junior. Johnson will send it over the net. Bump four by Miller, set by Mistler. And the spike slammed over by Elena Yoder, dug out by McConnell. Here's a set by Johnson. The spike by Kellish, blocked at the net. Actually hits it into the net. Point goes to Hiland. Side out Lady Hawks in a possible game point and match point coming up. 24-10 Hiland in game 3. Elena Yoder is at the service point. At the service line, I should say. There's the whistle. Yoder will lob it over. Dug out by a diving dig by McConnell to Collins. The spike by Little. And she'll find the left back corner for the kill. Briley Little. Her second kill for game 3. She has 7 for the match and a side out back to Newcomerstown. Serving at 11-24. Again, the next point by Hiland would be the match point. Little has the serve. And lobs it over. Bump four by Miller to Hampshire. Here's a spike by Addie Mast, and she'll find the right back corner for the kill. Addie Mast. And Hiland wins it 25-11. Game, set, in match as Hiland closes out this match by capturing the sectional title in straight sets. They win it 25-16, 25-12, 25-11, and Hiland will move on to next Monday's district semifinals. They improve to 22-1. They've now won 12 straight. They'll face either the 3-seed Buckeye Trail or the 9-seed Bel Air back here at the Perry Reese Junior Community Center. Newcomerstown with the loss will end their season at 10-14. Again, the final in Division 6 sectional championship volleyball from the Reese Center. Hiland closes things out in straight sets over Newcomerstown. We'll be back around with the post-game show next on WKLM.
Firestone Farm tires are the most preferred tires in America. Not only are they proven to be among the most productive farm tires you can buy, they're backed and serviced by the best trained and equipped farm tire dealer, the certified Firestone Farm Tire Dealer. So whether you need top quality Firestone Farm tires or fast, dependable tire service, count on us to keep you rolling.
Get your Firestone tires at Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, Millersburg.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes counties since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Fall is here, and you know what that means.
Pumpkin spice everything?
No, meat sales, baby. Roadie's IGA is bringing the flavor this week like barbecue at a leaf pile.
Oh yeah, Gerber's boneless chicken thighs for just $3.28 a pound.
And whole boneless pork loin, $2.28 a pound.
Ground chuck, $4.98 a pound. That's 80% lean, 100% delicious.
T-bones, roasts, shrimp, and ribs. I guess it's time to buy a bigger refrigerator too.
Savor the flavor of fall now through Sunday at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg. Taste the savings at Roadie's IGA.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product. Whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors, Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
At Pomerene Hospital, you're not just a number, you're their neighbor. From family care and women's health to more than 1,400 surgeries they perform each year. Pomerene brings reliable local health care to patients across Holmes, Tuscarawas, Coshocton, and Ashland counties. Whether it's a routine checkup or help managing a chronic condition, there's a Pomerene provider nearby. Visit PomereneHospital.org to get in, get seen, and get the care you deserve. Pomerene Hospital, caring for our community's health.
CDL training in our community. That's right. Buckeye Career Center now offers Class A and B CDL education as well as a testing center off US 36 near Janaden-Hutton. Call 740-254-9313 to register or learn more about the American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center and the US America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Again, that's 740-254-9313 to register or learn more.
Driving close to power lines is usually safe, but accidents can happen unexpectedly. Do you know what to do if you come across downed power lines? Step 1. Stay inside your vehicle for safety. It's often safer than being outside with live cables. Simultaneously, dial 911 for immediate assistance. Step 2. Also ensure that no one approaches the vehicle. It's advisable to maintain a distance of at least 50 feet from the car. To learn more, reach out to your local co-op for additional information.
Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service continues to offer the convenience of two great locations on US 62 in Winesburg and on County Road 201 in Berlin. The Winesburg shop will take care of heavy-duty truck and fleet customers from 7 a.m. to midnight, while the Berlin facility will repair auto and light trucks from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Contact them in Winesburg at 330-359-5421 or in Berlin at 330-674-6970. That's Beachy's Auto, Diesel, and Tire Service in Winesburg and Berlin.
It is the final in Division 6 Sectional Championship Volleyball for the Perry Reese Junior Community Center as Hiland closes things out in straight sets to win over Newcomerstown. As they win Game 1, it was tied up at 2. Then Hiland would jump out to a 11-3 lead, then eventually would win at 24-16 in Game number 1. Then in Game 2, Hiland would jump out immediately to an 8-2 advantage, then up 13-3, and eventually would win 25-12 in Game number 2. Then in Game 3, it was tied up at 1. Then Hiland would jump out to an 11-2 advantage and eventually win 25-11 in Game number 3 to win the match in straight sets. Leading the way for Hiland for the match for them, Addie Mast had 19 kills to go along with 3 service points for the IVC Player of the Year. Also for Hiland, 8 kills for Carly Schrock for the match, while Claire Detweiler had 5 kills and 5 service points as well. Elaine Yoder had 9 service points to go along with 7 kills for the match. Macy Miller had 8 service points as well, while Sophia Hampshire had 5 service points to go along with 3 kills as well for the Hiland Lady Hawks. On the other end for Newcomerstown, it was Briley Little in the losing effort. She had 7 kills and 3 service points for the match for the Trojans, while Diane Raber finished up with 4 kills. Kinley Hayes had 4 service points, also 1 kill for the match as well. With the win, Hiland improves their record now to 22-1. They've won 12 straight, and they will advance on to face either the 3-seed Buckeye Trail or the 9-seed Bel Air. And that'll be in the district semifinals next Monday, October 20th, back here at the Perry Reese Junior Community Center. With the loss, Newcomerstown will end their season at 10-14. We do want to thank our video live stream partners from Claxon Communications, and that being Bryce Hains as well as Abby Jones, allowing us to bring you this live stream coverage for tonight's contest. Also thanks to Phoenix Price and Haley Yoder back at the studio. I'm Matt Croy. Again, the final in Division 6 Sectional Championship Volleyball from the Perry Reese Junior Community Center. Hiland captures the sectional titles. They win it in straight sets over Newcomerstown, 25-16, 25-12, 25-11. So long, everybody.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.